All right, Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 342. I'm your host, Brandon Reef. Joined as always by my co-host, Jonathan Birdsong, JB. How are you? Happy NFL Draft Day.
Happy NFL Draft Night. I know, what I'm saying, we'll be, it's good to be back on, of course, talking sports. Playoffs or even some of the portal news, man. So like Brandon Reef. Oh, how can I forget? Baseball and golf and everything else, man. Shame on me. If I'm missing the other leagues, but like, man, Brandon Reef, where do you want to start tonight?
Yeah, we get the draft starting in about a half hour here, and then apparently Alan Schefter put out a tweet that there's going to be an explosive first round. So where's my Steelers going to go? Where are the Colts going to go? What quarterback's going to go where? Jackson Dart. Is it going to be Shador Sanders? I'm excited for that. But first, let's go to NBA. We got about 15 minutes before we start. Let's go to NBA. The NBA playoffs, John. Pacers up 2-0 on Milwaukee. They held home court as I said they needed to, because now you're going to go to Milwaukee where you're going to face a very hostile environment. You got to believe Lillard's going to play a little bit better than what he played. The crowd's going to be really into it. Giannis is probably going to have 40, 20, and 15 probably. Very tough for the Pacers. I will be shocked if we can win this game 3. Game 3 is always a little on the road. That first one's a little crucial, especially with the way the Pacers have played on the road as of late.
Right. You expect a little bit more desperation out of the Bucks coming up tomorrow in Game 3. Like I said, it's not necessarily that it's Giannis has been played terrible in any of these in the first 2 games. It's that he hasn't necessarily gotten any support from supporting cast. Like I said, Damian Lillard wasn't there. He was on sideline support Game 1, and then he came out the culottes. Yeah, Game 2, but like still didn't necessarily have a great game. What was it, 3 for 11, 4 for 11, something like that. So nothing too crazy that the Pacers could. But you kind of got to know the more, like I said, when they go back, and like you said, they'll feed off the crowd. And like I said, he's had some more rest in between time. So you expect a little Dave Lillard. What I find more interesting is like maybe Coach Carlisle, take some of that, that bad press and that the Pacers kind of sustain, whether whether the network say they don't believe in them or hell, Brandon Reef, was the game even on local TV? Game 2 was even on local, through your affiliates. And we know that's something, but of a slippery slope, and how the NBA is whether it's TNT or ESPN or whatnot. But like I said, and then again, like the last part, like them be calling Tyrese Halliburton the most overrated player, all-star, whatever, however they kind of chop. So in the NBA, can they use that some of that poster board, chalkboard stuff, and kind of roll into, because if they go 3-0 on the Bucks, man, you can kind of put a pin in the Bucks, and it won't be no gentleman's sweep. There'll be a real sweep for real.
The last time Giannis has won a playoff game?
Don't say, is it 2021? It wasn't 2021.
21. Hasn't won a playoff game in 21. He didn't play last year, obviously, the Pacers. But,
right.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Game 3 on the road. Everything against you, but this is what helps. This is what good teams do. They go in, they find a way. If you can weather the storm, at least through the first 3 quarters, and just be around in the 4th. That's what you got to do. About 6 minutes to go. If you can keep it a 6 to 8 point game with about 6 minutes to go, you got yourselves a shot. And we need the $210, $215 million player to step it up. The Athletic, that's the best news ever for the Pacers, for him to stay disrespected, the most overrated player in the league. If that ain't multiple material for you, then I don't know what is, but need him to step up. This is that type of game.
I think we get step up from the Obi Toppins of the world, the Jarrett Walkers of the world, Ben Mathurin. He didn't.
Ben Shepherd has found his way out of the lineup.
Well, hey man, gotta get a little. The rotation gets a little smaller in the playoffs anyway, man. So we've seen some good to great play out of Ben Mathurin. And like I said, some of the other bench players who know how can we get Miles Turner? You know what I'm saying? Miles Turner was out there shooting step back threes and blocking shots, man. So, we got a call.
No call. I threw on my iPad. I threw on the Knicks game because we've already got 4 technical fouls and a fragrant foul already in the Knicks Pistons game first quarter.
Playoff basketball's here, man. You gotta, like you said, you gotta love it. You got to love it.
Yeah, love seeing that. Oklahoma City is just putting a rout on Memphis, just belt to ass. Complete belt to ass. I don't care. You get your shotgun out, get your handgun out, get your grenades out. Ja ain't got it. That team doesn't have it. I think it could be a sweep.
Kind of wasted a pretty good rookie campaign for the homie Zach Edey. If he's probably gonna be named rookie of the year, he's definitely gonna be all rookie team for darn sure. But that team, the
you
Grizzlies,
think he'd be rookie of the year? I think he would be.
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got other names out there. Devin Vassell. No, not Devin. I said Devin Vassell. He ain't been a rookie for long. But but the other kid that plays for San Antonio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He might have been a rookie of the year. But like, no, man. You have to like what you've seen out of Oklahoma City Thunder. I went completely against Oklahoma City Thunder. They haven't given, you know what I'm saying, the Grizzlies any type of belief that they can, you know what I'm saying, win this series at all. 51-point game. The first game blowout. Yeah. The second game was a blowout as well. If anybody doesn't know, and this is your first time watching Crossroads Sports and Brandon Reef and Jonathan Birdsong, man, the Memphis Grizzlies fired their coach about 3 weeks ago, and everybody a month ago maybe, and everybody knows that spells disaster. That spells disaster for any team that's trying to compete for anything. You know what I'm saying? Historically, maybe Steve Fisher in the tournament 100,000 years ago, you know what I'm saying, took over a Michigan team, but it's very few times as an interim coach kind of taking over and taking a team far into the playoffs. So, man, backs against the wall in Memphis town, and there's probably even more. Me personally, I kind of already spoke on it this season. I think it's going to be even more changes with their roster. Maybe not. They could probably, Brandon, they probably give Josh another year, but some of those like Jarrett Jackson and some of those, even Desmond Bain, they potentially probably won't. They may not be. I think it's going to be a lot of change with Memphis, but like, man, they are out. They look like they're out of this playoffs for sure.
Lakers and T-Wolves tied up at 1. T-Wolves thumped the Lakers in game 1. Lakers came back in game 2, got the victory. Thoughts on this series? They go to Minnesota now. You see Lakers taking game 3, or you think Minnesota kind of takes that first one?
Lakers kind of found themselves in somewhat of a dogfight. You know what I'm saying? If you are the lower seeded team, you definitely want to steal home court. That's what the Minnesota Timberwolves did. Game 2, kind of see some things. I know, man. I was super critical of JJ Redick, man. He did a better cross matchup. Now he did. I think he did a better cross matchup, and you got a better. You know what I'm saying?
We don't go at the brotherhood, John. Come on now.
The brotherhood, dude. He had a better, like I said, man. The Lakers and LeBron and Luka as well. They all had definitely better shooting nights from the floor, and like I said, their defensive scheme was a whole lot better against the Timberwolves, man. I still kind of edge the Lakers in that, but like instead of, you know what I'm saying, it's been probably a 5-game series, it's probably definitely going to be pushed to 6.
Okay. Warriors and Rockets. We're tied 1-1 there. I said beforehand, I think the Warriors still win the series. I put some bets on these 2 games for them, and I've won both of them. I took Warriors first one, and I took the Rockets in second game. So I feel like I got a good feel with this series. I said I want the Warriors to win because I want to see how far I want the Warriors to keep go as far as they can, because let's enjoy the national treasure that we have of Steph Curry as long as we can, because when it's gone, people, it's gone. So let's enjoy it a little bit more. Your boy Draymond Green had great things to say about Trace Jackson Davis when he got off the bench and he went and sat on the bike, like the good little Indiana Hoosier boys do.
Don't start.
Say what?
I said, don't start your Hoosier hate, man.
I'm not. Salt of the earth.
But yeah, when you talk about the Warriors, it was hard seeing the homie go down on an injury. Jimmy Butler. And they didn't have anybody, like I said, you know what I'm saying, step up. Where was Buddy Hield at? You know what I'm saying? Still, you know what I'm saying? Are going over. Where was I know Podolski didn't play, but you can't have, you know what I'm saying? The Golden State Warriors aren't just a one-man show. I know we believe wholeheartedly in the MVP, Mr. Unanimous, this a couple seasons ago. But like Brandon Reeves said, man, you know what I'm saying? 5 times undefeated. I hate saying that myself, but you know, somebody needs to step up for the Warriors. And I had said that I thought this series was gonna go 7. I think the Warriors have a little bit younger and fresher legs, and some guys that say, "Hey, we beat somebody. We beat the Golden State Warriors." For game 1, didn't necessarily go their route, go their way. Obviously, you have Fred VanVleet trying to go shot for shot with Steph. It's not gonna never bode well. They got a little bit better defensive presence. Udoka be on them. Coach Udoka be on them and be in the face of the officials and trying to, you know, say scrap for calls. So Golden State Warriors got themselves into pretty much of a dogfight, man. So I think it might push to 7.
Clippers Nuggets. We got a feel yet for that series?
Man, Kawhi Leonard went PS5 on us, didn't he? I said, what? What is this, man? You know what? It's funny, man. The Clippers actually got better. I know, man. We ain't supposed to talk about Paul George. Well, we are. The Clippers got better by jettisoning Paul George.
Oh,
you know, and I get it, man. You know, it's still loosey goosey out there with the beard. Play, you know what I'm saying, what we kind of expect. So, you know, 7 games is how it's gonna be, man. Dogfight. Love it.
Cleveland and Miami. I think this might be a gentleman's sweep. It might go 5 games. Miami may get 1 at home. They call this the LeBron series. 2 of his old teams playing each other. So, hold on a second here.
Okay.
We got D-Cot.
Ding, ding, dong.
Let's bring him on here.
He want to talk.
Hold on, D-Cot. D-Cot, you there? How are you? Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear. I can hear you, John. Can you hear him?
There you go.
No echo on our end. Huh. Are you at your uncle's place right now? Let me try this. I'm going to send you an invite.
Yeah, get him
I
up.
don't want to dox you, so hold on a second. I'm going to send you an invite to your phone for video or audio.
Chomping at the bit about them Pacers. He been at the.
God dang it. Let's try this again. Why did that not send to you? I was texting it, but for some reason it didn't go through for a text. Came up failed. I can email, but I don't want to dox your email out here in front of everybody.
Okay.
Give me a second here. Let me.
That Facebook link that me and him share. You can
send that's what I'm trying to send. Oh, yeah. Let me do it to Facebook. I'll send it to the Facebook group chat. Sounds good. All right. Well, you got to love technology. You'll take calls in a long time. Send that to D-Cot. Let's see if we can get him on here. We'll get D-Cot on the show. I'm going to take the call thing off there. I don't know what the hell the issue is with that. Going to have to figure that out in the meantime. As we get D-Cot on, Nick's up 37-35 9 minutes ago. We're 2 minutes away from the draft starting. Cam Ward looks like he was part of Terminator crew.
Hey man, you know I don't bet, man. But I wouldn't be too crazy. Wouldn't be too if I had some money in this economy, Brandon. I would probably put a little money on Detroit. I think they're going to spoil the Knicks.
Oh,
I think they're going
to spoil the Knicks. Huh?
long as they give the homie K Cunningham a fair whistle. You seen what he put together the second game. You know what I'm saying? Went kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I don't trust Tobias Harris. I don't trust Dennis Schroeder.
You shouldn't
I don't trust any of those
I get that.
retreads.
Oh man, it's terrible what you're saying. But I feel you. In order for this
fellas, can you hear me?
There we go. I can hear you now, D-Cot.
Nice and clear. So that echo is killing me, man. Let me hide away throw away my beverage. I don't want people seeing that I'm drinking Tangerine and tonic tonight. You guys doing all right? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, I was about to put the ABP out for you. We didn't know where the hell you went.
No, man. Let me tell you what I've been doing, right?
You started your own radio show, and we were done. Top liver.
Well, no, man. I want to connect with y'all about that, right? So, Ramon Stallings, head coach at Washington High School, right? He's one of the people on there. And then I've got Isaiah Hoffman, who does play-by-play for University of Indy, right? So I was begging these other guys to let me have a segment on their show, and then they turned me down. But I'm telling you, it's fun, man. You know, talking like serious sports, not just trolling and all that feelings and emotion stuff. You know, I kind of take a little bit from both of you guys. So, but it's fun. I love it, man. I sent you all my tape. We had a call 5. No, man. No, I sent you all the link, man. We had a call 5 days before the end of the season, man, and it was really good. We were talking about Tyrese and his defensive prowess, right, and the team. So what I said was, you know, last year they were 27th in the league in defensive efficiency. This year they're 14th, and we still got people saying the same thing about, well, they don't play defense. Well, they're clearly not watching the Pacers. They're saying it, right? So yes, it's been pretty good, man, and you know, dealing with, you know, work wise, kind of, you know, weather getting better, being empty nester has been kind of crazy, man. So, but all's good, man. I definitely want you guys. You know, I think Brandon. I think I talked to you about it about a year ago. And I said, hey, I'm gonna try something. But you know, I had some things that come up, and it opened itself up for me, man. And it's pretty cool. I like it. You know, it gets a little disappointing when you don't see 10,000 views like you see people who don't really know what the hell they're talking about just because they played the sport and everybody's watching them, right? I know you all seen that as well, right?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. But it's good stuff, man. I love what's going on with my boys, man. I said it. I said, you know, Milwaukee has the best player in the series, in Giannis. However, the Pacers got the next best 5, and those dudes when they picked up Dame full court when he hit the court, that told me in game 2 that we were at game 2, and I'm telling you, like I said, they play hard, they play discipline, and they stay aggressive. I know, you know, Brandon, you said 6 or 8 in the fourth quarter. I'm hoping they have a lead between 6 and 8 in the fourth quarter, not because they can't come back, but I just think that type of lead will keep them engaged and focused, right? I really do, man. I don't know if it's gonna be a sweep, but I think that there's no reason for Milwaukee to beat the Pacers in more than one game this series.
Right. Hey, so if they Pacers do win, they were playing the winner of the Cleveland Miami, right?
Yeah, Cleveland Miami. Yeah. So game 4 is this coming Sunday. Which I say, we'll say it again.
I know it's not good to look ahead, but I like the
It's okay. Listen, it's funny. We talked about that. You talk about a matchup, right? You know, so you got these small guards for Cleveland, right? Yeah, you know, they're dynamic and all that stuff like that. But they haven't seen the pressure in the backcourt that the Pacers are going to put on them. Right? And yeah, Nembhard, Neesmith, you know, and Little McScrappy, right? So you know, and as I said on that link, man, Tyrese Halliburton has not embarrassed himself after December 1. After he has not, and you notice, man, he's chasing guys now. Remember last year, you know, y'all remember I was on my rant on the Boston series, right? This dude gets off of a high screen and he's running to guys. He's not hiding, man. So I love that in him. He's never going to be Gary Payton, but hell, I mean, I think he'd be better than Mark Jackson. Right? Hey, was there ever a slower point guard in the history of the Pacers than Mark Jackson on defense?
Jamal Tinsley.
He just didn't care, man.
Matter of fact,
He did not care, man. So what do you all take? I was just listening just as the draft was getting started. Y'all can see here as well. They got all the screens there. They got the draft, and they got a little bit of the Detroit game in the corner there.
What the hell is Roger
if
Goodell
Tennessee
coming
don't
out
take
on a bicycle?
if Tennessee don't
Yeah,
take a quarterback, they a fool.
Yeah. Well, who else could they take? I mean, they need a quarterback,
They
right?
need a quarterback.
No, I think they'll take Cam Ward.
Yeah, I think so as well too. So I'm, I know I was listening earlier, and you all were talking about the series. So the series, I think out west is almost a no-brainer. I think the Clippers are going to do a gentleman's sweep on Denver. They were up. If you remember Game 1, think about it. They were up 3.5 quarters in Game 1. They let it slip away. They controlled pretty much the game in Game 2, right? And if you see Jokic, man, he looks worn out. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about between the ears, man.
Yeah.
He looks worn out to me.
And Jamal
Again, I'm not a Clippers fan. I just think that this Kawhi and this beard, and then the center. What the hell did he was? He was in the late. He played for the Lakers. What's his name? Zubac. Zubac played for the Lakers. What is he on? Is he on something? Steroids or something? What's gotten into him?
Just like Goga. It takes time. It takes time, man. It takes time for the European big man. Just like Goga.
Hey, why you always got to bring up Goga Batai? You find a way to bring him up in every conversation.
Every time.
Nah, man, we're not doing Goga Batai, man. Nah, but no, I'm just happy with the Pacers are 2-0, man. I don't believe that Milwaukee can beat them 4 out of 5 anyway. So that's why not just go and put them out their misery. And you beat them tomorrow night, you're up 3-0, then all of a sudden everybody pointing fingers.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. I think Clippers. I never gave my pick, John. I told you the Clippers Nuggets. I think it goes 7. I'm going to take Denver. I'm going to take
7.
Clippers just because too much turmoil with Denver for what they're doing. And I just don't see them proceeding to do, to make it anything. They don't have the coach. Jokic seems like he's already done. For this year.
What happened? Hey, do you have any insight on that, man, in Denver? What happened? I mean, I know that, but
was that the owner and the head coach they butted heads, and the GM all butted heads together. The ownership,
right? I saw that, but beyond that,
younger players.
Okay, got it. That's it.
He didn't want to.
That's it. It had to be something else. I understand your GM and coach aren't getting along, but I was thinking the whole time it's got to be something else.
Yeah,
and that makes sense. That makes sense though if you think about it, right? But again, this you keep hearing them talk about the physicality of the playoffs. From my perspective, is there more entanglement for players? Yeah, but I don't think it's physicality. They're doing a lot of talking and pointing and walking up to each other. I don't see people getting clotheslined, going to the basket. You saw the situation with Butler last night, but that wasn't on. In my view, that wasn't on purpose. That was a guy trying to block out, and the guy trying to go after the rebound, and he was off balance. You don't go after the rebound like swoop down, right?
Right.
And it happened, man. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, but I disagree with them trying to push this narrative of now it's physical. I just see a bunch of cat fighting. And you saw, Draymond Green, aka the Saginaw Strangler, flopping again last night. You see that when the rookie hit him and grazed him in the face, he had the delayed reaction.
Yeah,
just not a fan of that, man.
They call time. The Wizards got a little tighter. Just a little college. So what you might have got a call in November, you're not getting a call right now.
Right.
But that's only
Is that what they're calling? That's what they're
Tennessee.
calling physical, I guess.
Yeah. That's what they kind of call it.
Okay. Yeah, but
Cool.
again, it's been interesting. It's been interesting, but again, I definitely appreciate you guys, man. I'm gonna be listening here because wife's somewhere.
Yep.
Hopefully, I hear them say somebody just hit a big jackpot, and it's my wife, and I may be leaving a little bit earlier tonight. So I'm gonna be here for a couple hours though. I got a feeling, so we'll see what happens. But I'll be
Thanks,
listening, guys.
D-Cop.
Appreciate y'all for sure. Be safe.
Go Pacers. D-Cop, man. Sorry for the people with the back feed. I know that probably sounded horrific for a bit just because of all the noise.
Yeah, we gotta get on this show, man. You know what I'm saying? See what they're talking about. I mean, I chimed into their show. I have never been a guest.
I'll go send a cease and desist. NFL draft, John. A couple notes while we were talking to D-Cot there. Diana Rossini is saying that the Denver Broncos are making an aggressive push currently to get in the top 10 per sources. So the Broncos are trying to get in that top 10 pick there.
Okay.
Interesting to see kind of where they would want to go. If I haven't given my official Steelers pick yet. If we stay at 21, which I think we will.
Okay.
My pick, who I would want, I want Jackson Dart. I just watched an hour earlier of his hour he had with John Gruden, where he's picking apart plays and talking about his upcoming and all that. I love what Jackson Dart's about. That would be my pick. I don't think he's going to get past the first maybe 7-8 picks. I just have a feeling that maybe the Giants are going to take him, or New Orleans. He's already a Southern guy, and New Orleans is going to jump up there, get that pick, and take him. Right now, John, all the odds are pointing to Shedeur Sanders falling at 21 to the Steelers.
If that's a fall, then that's a fall that you know what I'm saying, the Pittsburgh Steelers are probably definitely going to be open armed to take if he's there. Or Brandon, you say you don't expect no trade. I don't expect them to trade with anybody within the division. You know what I'm saying? There's still that pick 2 up there, and you know what I'm saying, with Travis. Will the Cleveland take Travis Hunter, who probably is the best professional football? I know I just muffed up. Who is the best professional football player in this draft? Will they pick him at pick 2, or will somebody say, "Hey, man, we'll send you a little bit of a ransom to move
Cleveland, up"? The rumor was that Cleveland will talk about a trade up until it's their turn to pick. So if that's the case,
but I just couldn't see them doing any type of, you know what I'm saying, within the division. So like they're not gonna do no trade, even if it kind of benefits them. They would ask for.
Do you think they're better off with Travis Hunter on their squad, drafting him, or going a different route?
If Cleveland selects Travis Hunter,
yeah,
continue to bolster their defense, knowing that they still got a quarterback who's probably gonna get booed. You know what I'm saying? 2, 3, 4 weeks in, they got the homie. He came back, right? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Retired, with Bones. He resigned back with him. So Brandon, like Travis Hunter still could be pick 2. I don't necessarily think he should be their pick 2, if that makes sense. So if you can move down and get some linebacker support or some insurances, Cleveland, that help protect you. You know what I'm saying? When you jettison, finally get away from this Deshaun Watson bad contract, we're not going to talk about the off-field stuff. Then you have to figure out, like, you know what I'm saying, what does that look like for you? There's definitely some, you can get you a edge support if you know what I'm saying, with that. If you talk about what's the other kid, Walker, Jalon Walker from Georgia. There's even offensive line stretch. But you know what I'm saying, there are teams out there because like the Patriots, they need offensive line support. But for them to pick offensive linemen, when they're picking at 5, that's kind of high for them. So I think somebody's gonna make a deal.
Let me ask you about the sexy pick. Always, it's the quarterback, right? Who of the 3, the big 3, are going to have? Who would you expect to have a better NFL career? Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, or Jackson Dart?
You're forgetting about Jalen Milroe, ain't you? But Cam Ward.
I'm just doing the main three right now.
I got you. Cam Ward, just because he's gonna definitely get bites at the apple. Cam Ward took an extra year in college. Just because, you know what I'm saying, he transferred out of, you know what I'm saying, another god awful place, but incarnate word, not necessarily known for football.
Damn.
It's not necessarily known for football, but he lit up that league, and he transferred to Miami. And you know what I'm saying, the NFL probably told him 2 years ago what you kind of need to work on and as far as the level up. So he's leveled up. They didn't necessarily, of course, Miami. Me and you can go into the weeds, or folks can kind of go into like 30 episodes of past and kind of listen to like why we said Miami. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What's a bunch of heartbreakers all season through the ACC play, but like, man, he put up monster stats. And you know what, Brandon? We got to get out of this. He's an old quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Especially after we seen, you know what I'm saying, what you know what I'm saying, what the folks kind of seen with their eyes, what they seen with Bo Nix and some of the other quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying, that came out this past year. So like, man, I'm all guns blazing when it comes to Cam Ward. Like I said, he'll get, you know what I'm saying, bites at the apple for sure. So like,
right.
I would think he would be the one that pans out more so than anybody else.
Word is the Browns are in heated talks to trade down from 2 to number 5 with like Jacksonville. When they'll be on the clock soon, I believe it will happen. Louis Riddick just compared Cam Ward to Patrick Mahomes. So,
it's a lot of stretching.
The pick is in. We got the pick is in. Goodell, I think it's going to be a pretty easy decision. Cam Ward, number 1 pick, going to the Tennessee Titans. He will be in the AFC South against the local Colts. And then as we do that, breaking news, we have a trade. The Browns are trading the number 2 overall pick, a 4th round pick, and a 6th round pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags are trading the number 5, a 2nd round pick, number 36, and a 4th round pick, and a 2026 1st round pick to Cleveland. The first trade in the 2025 is a blockbuster. So now you're Jacksonville at 2. Where are they going?
Not going quarterback.
They're not going quarterback, you don't think?
No, they're not going quarterback. They paid. They might go edge. They can support. I can see that happening.
Yeah, they might. Abdul Carter, you think?
Yeah.
Cleveland didn't want it. They think they're going to get Travis Hunter at 4. Because if you look at, I mean, who we got? We get the Giants coming in at 3. Do the Giants then go Travis Hunter? They need a wide receiver on that team. They need a gadget guy. Do you go quarterback?
No, they spend all their money with Jameis and Russell.
So they're putting their eggs in their basket there.
This is the same team that put their eggs in the basket of Daniel Jones and go to a Super Bowl team. Saquon was
apparently
the thing about the Giants.
Yeah, so you think about it, Cleveland traded that pick. They still get a top 5 pick, and you're getting additional picks, and you're getting a 1st round pick in a couple years with the Jags, who are probably going to be crappy anyways. It's like a win-win.
Win-win. Just like we said, they were getting ready to trade.
And then let me ask you this: Jaguars wise, how much longer do they have left on the string with Trevor Lawrence? Like, it's got to be getting towards the end.
Brandon, don't you think everybody's going to use a rock phrase to Cody Rhodes? Everybody's going to sell their soul the next 2 seasons when it comes to quarterbacks. Everybody. Or, you know what I'm saying, let that contract eating that, you know what I'm saying, off their salary cap. So, you know what I'm saying, we know some of the better names that's coming out of college, that one Manning, just the potential coming out of college next 2 seasons. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but you know what, Brandon, there's still some quarterbacks in this draft before we kind of get away from, you know what I'm saying, year and all the, because football is not necessarily like basketball where you can kind of kick down a draft pick that you know what I'm saying, kind of wait on a guy.
Right.
There's still some quarterbacks in here. You know what I'm saying? That I get picked up. You know what I'm saying? The second, if not the second round, if not the second day, and we like I said on Sundays for sure. But nah, man, way to kick off this draft, man. Cleveland,
Yeah, that's a
thank you.
huge blockbuster trade as we also, I guess in basketball news with Purdue, Purdue's basketball's final transfer departure, Brian Waddell, ended up going to Bellarmine. So that just came across the wire locally. Not that a lot of people give a shit, but still,
Bellarmine.
Yeah, he wants to play, I guess. But no, I think Cam, as we wait for the number 2 pick in from the Jaguars, Cam Ward coming to this. I mean, you got C.J. Stroud, Cam Ward, Anthony Richardson, and then you've got who's the fourth one I'm missing, John? Who am I missing? Houston, Jack. Oh, and Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine. It's a lot of young quarter. I mean, I still think Sunshine's young.
Texas. Yeah, but it still seems like everything's gonna be kind of run through Texas, man. They are the more mature team. They're the team, you know what I'm saying, won the division last year. They don't necessarily have a question mark at quarterback.
Yeah, Jay Glazer has said the Jaguars made the trade with the Browns to move up. The Jags just wanted to make sure Ward went number 1 before pulling the trigger. The parameters of this deal were actually worked out between the two teams a while ago.
Okay.
So Cleveland had said, hey, he goes 1, then we'll do the trade. Looks like that's what they kind of did. Yeah. So the Browns get the 5th pick overall, and then the second round and a 4th rounder coming up from Jacksonville, and a 2026 next year's first round. That's huge. Huge for Cleveland. So very, very huge. The pick is in for the Jaguars, John. We're going to see here momentarily.
They pick a tackle.
You think it's going to be a tackle?
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, we're waiting. Schefter's still Schefter is the only one I know that can wear a dress shirt with a tie, a hoodie, and then a blazer on top of that, and may still make it look good. Okay, well, looks like with the 2nd pick in the NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars are taking Colorado wide receiver cornerback Travis Hunter with the number 2 pick.
They traded up to get Travis Hunter.
Yes, they did from 5.
Okay.
So they've traded up. So Travis Hunter going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts fans, you have another
ready to shut it down, man.
Conference or division foe.
Is the roof going to be open when he plays?
It could be.
Put him on Pittman.
Oh. Is he going to play both sides?
Sunday. 3 touchdowns Sunday coming.
As I told John, as I told one of my buddies, I said, hey, I'd rather him be there than in Cleveland. I don't want to face that twice a year. So, but Travis Hunter is in. They haven't announced it yet on the thing, but Twitter obviously is a little bit quicker here. But It is Travis Hunter, the number 2 pick overall. Jacksonville just wanted to make sure, hey, we don't want the Giants getting them. I don't know who we got at number 4. I really need to. This damn thing doesn't even give me an order as I really wanted. The Patriots, they were worried about the Patriots. That could have been huge if he went to New England.
Yeah. If I was the Patriots, I'd be trying to deal my pick. Just so that, because they know they need offensive line help. Why not get as much line help as you can?
Yeah.
Unless one of these linebackers kind of falls to him, like I said, I would trade my pick to him.
So Abdul Carter, he was position ranked number 1, overall ranked number 1 by just metrics as an edge rusher. Do you see him going? He's got what you see him possibly going to 4 to the Patriots, or do you think the Giants would swoop in? Because I thought they would take Hunter. I really did.
You did? Like I said, Brandon, we haven't got to the Patriots pick just yet. They got to figure out
Pacers.
Patriots. They got to figure out. You know what I'm saying? blindside, all that. You know what I'm saying? They got to get those. They got to get his sack. You know what I'm saying? They got to get that down. Too many sacks he took last year. I don't have. You know what I'm saying? What he took. So no, man. I picked 2 defensive backs to go in the next 2 picks, buddy. Except for 4. I'm sorry. I said pick 3, the defensive back, and the passer probably. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pick offensive lineman.
So it's expected with Cam Ward's deal, 4 years, $48 million, $32 million signing bonus, fully guaranteed with a 5th-year option for 2029 for Cam Ward. So some people compared. I saw an NFL scout on here compared Cam Ward to a Jordan Love NFL comparison.
To a Jordan Love, oh, that's good news. That means, you know what I'm saying, our guy can, you know what I'm saying, throw a couple interceptions this year. You know what I'm saying? Probably have 11 touchdowns, maybe, 13 or 14 interceptions. And next year be ready to, you know what I'm saying, blow them up and see if they can challenge, man. Tennessee's got more holes to fill than quarterback. If anybody remembers him the last 2 seasons, special teams is a terror. And once you give up that type of running back support, that's kind of who's Holly. That's not easily replaceable. So they are back. They hopefully for them, the Tennessee Titans, they got their fresh quarterback in Cam Ward.
I like the pink suit for Travis Hunter. I do like that suit. I don't think he's with the same girl, right? He's not with the same girl. The one that went away. I hope. She was dogging him, man. Let the man play. Let the man play. I would not put it past. Oh, he's hitting everything on the wall. He's happy. That's what I like to see, some emotion from somebody coming out there to thing instead of a regular ass walk. They're coming out there. Let's see what kind of. He picks up his hat, puts that sucker on, looks in that mirror, says Duval. Is he gonna chest bump or bro hug? Let's see what it is with Goodell real quick, because then I have a question. Oh, he's dancing down the stage. There we go. There's a dab up and a hug.
I think it also gets more interesting when we start picking 7, 8, 9. Saints might. I don't know why Shador would fall past them at 9.
Whoa, calm down.
Just being honest with you. The Bears definitely should be looking at Ashton Genty. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders as well. Bears at 10, the Raiders potentially as well at pick 6.
So Peter Schrader, who's been the most accurate mock drafter over the last 5 years, he's been on McAfee, he's on ESPN. He put out his last final mock today. And he's been accurate when he puts out the last couple of years. So I'll give him credit for that. He has the Colts and the Bears trading to where the Colts get the number 10 pick and they take Colston, the tight end from Michigan, at number 10. If you're the Colts, do you wait around for that at 10? Because you're unless Ballard's working up some magic right now over here on West 56th Street to try to get up there to get his boy from Tyler Warren.
I know. I should probably pick another wide receiver, maybe. But I know I should. But that, like I said, that Texas beats. I might take my pick 14 and just get another offensive line. I need it. That's what.
This is what he sounds like. Yeah. This is Chris Ballard, and I think we're gonna go with a tight end. Yeah, I just want the motivation.
Tight all put together, Brandon, don't have double-digit touchdowns. If you put all their it ain't double-digit. I don't think it goes over 11. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I would think you need, some type of tight end support. I wouldn't lose my mind.
The pick.
Wide out.
Yeah.
I would lose my mind. The Giants have selected.
The Giants have made their pick. At least I have the information. So give me a second.
Spoilers.
Third pick, NFL draft. The Giants are taking Abdul Carter, defensive end, edge rusher from Penn State.
It's going to play him, man. Watch at 4, they'll pick the line.
You were cutting out. What were you saying?
The best picking next at 4, they'll pick offensive line.
Patriots?
For sure. Yeah.
And then you have Cleveland. And then at 6 right now is the Las Vegas Raiders.
Brandon, while we waiting on the pick, man, what you think about the 2 nights of WrestleMania?
I thought the main event on Saturday night was great. And I thought the undercard was a little underwhelming.
Wait a minute.
On Sunday, I thought the undercard was great. And I thought the main event sucked. It was very underwhelming main event card. The Rock was on the storyline, then he wasn't there, and it's just they threw shit together. The Rock threw his ass in there, and it went to shit because he's like, "Oh, I don't want to do it." And these two, it just didn't make sense. I don't need Travis Scott coming out there taking longer than the fucking Undertaker's taking in 3 weeks to get to the ring.
2 minutes, dude. He ain't the Undertaker. You don't have the powers of the dark side,
right?
And I don't. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need to hear that. I'm tired of hearing that song. I don't need to hear that song anymore.
Man, Triple H must have bought it, and so somehow he must be some type of kickback through Spotify.
Fiend. I thought I brought Bray Wyatt. Rest of his soul was coming out when I heard the Fiend. But
I thought the AO Sky match, Bianca.
Yes, that was fantastic.
I thought that triple threat was great. There was another match. What's name had a pretty good match with Finn Balor and
the Intercontinental title
and Mysterio. I didn't have it. I didn't really. I mean, The Rock not being there sucked. It did.
It just didn't put it all together.
Yeah, it just didn't put it all together. He should have been there. The Werewolf Kid, like everybody knows this, man. I kind of tapped out of WWE. The Werewolf dude, the cousin of The Rock. We gotta find him. He's wild, man. They gotta find him a better name though. Samoan Werewolf, that's crazy. But like, man, even he had, like I said, he had a pretty good match. The one match, like Brandon, if I can, like, so it's great to do, you know what I'm saying, come on, you know what I'm saying, come up there. And I know he's he's a TNA champion, he's technically an NXT dude or whatever. It's great to see it, but like,
say his name, and
once you seen him walk the aisle, man, he's facing Randy, I was like, dude, this is gonna be quick work, man. So I don't like squash matches, saying and like that. But like, nah, man, I kind of gave WrestleMania. I told you, I watched the rewatch, man. I get it, man. I gave it a C+, man. So
yeah, that's what I gave it.
Evidently, I mean, but like, The Rock not showing up. I don't necessarily think Cody. I didn't think he put up a good match. You know what I'm saying? What was expected against John. And
it was slow. It was clunker. I thought it was a clunker of a match.
Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, man, WrestleMania C+. We'll try better next year.
Hey, your girl Jade, need to calm down a little bit.
That she had a little nip.
The whole damn match. People couldn't focus on the match. It's crazy. Hey man, 2 days away. I'm getting a little bit of those butterflies, those nerves. I'm 2 days away. Saturday.
What's happening in 2 days? You turning 40?
Nope.
You already turned 40, dude.
Bret Hart. I need him on Saturday.
The
excellence of execution.
The excellence of execution.
The greatest WWE champion of all time.
Whoa. Well, now we know what we know about Hulk Hogan. Well.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. The greatest WWE champion of all time. 5-time WWE champion. 32-time champion overall. The Hitman. I'm getting the picture, John. I'm getting the autograph. I'm going to talk to him.
Don't ask me no questions about Shawn Michaels.
No. I got good questions. I got 3 questions teed up. I'm trying to get him on the podcast.
There you go. Definitely don't ask me no questions about Triple H because they had like a little awkward. You know
that was very awkward. Yeah.
The Hall of Fame.
No, I'm going to ask him. I'll
That's
tee you
kinda
up
cool,
some
man.
questions I'm going to ask him. So one of them I'm going to ask, because some people have already asked the dumbass questions like, "What's your favorite match you've wrestled in?" Well, we already know what that is. It's the Stone Cold one. It's the Davey Boy Smith at Wembley Stadium one, and it's Owen Hart one that he fought with him at WrestleMania. We already know those, so that's not going to be my question.
And I know I can joke around, you know what I'm saying, call him Bret Hart in the top 15. It is, but like the only thing
That's
I would ask
disrespect.
Bret, that's a joke, man. I would ask Bret Hart, out of all the guys you worked the program with, you know what I'm saying, that you wanted to, or you know what I'm saying, or the company, there's anybody that you wanted to work a program with that you never had an opportunity? This I was over here, you over there, you know what I'm saying, in their prime.
I'll ask him that. I'll ask him that for you.
Like I like to see him and Aaron Anderson. We got to see him in WCW like late, but in their prime.
Yeah. I try to get you to go with me on Saturday. You just got to get a regular ticket.
But then he's had a program. But then he's had tag team. I think I said Aaron Anderson. He's had tag team program. But I'm saying, like, is anybody singles that he didn't, you know what I'm saying, get an opportunity to have a great program? That'd be great. Did he have a program with Cactus Jack? Mankind? I don't even know. But like that, I would ask.
Yeah, he definitely. He's also said Dynamite Kid is one that he's enjoyed having those matches with Dynamite Kid.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be curious, and I'm also I want to ask him. And somebody's like, "Well, ask him about the what's his favorite city to wrestle in." No, that's dumb. We know it's going to be like Madison Square Garden or something like that. Yeah, right. The Calgary Stampede Stadium or shit like that. But I also want to ask him what his favorite. He's wrestled in Indianapolis how many times, right? His favorite memory for that is going to be the first pay-per-view that I ever saw him at, WrestleMania 8 against Roddy Piper for the title.
Okay.
That was my first pay-per-view, 8 years old. That's where I became a Bret Hart fan in 92. So ever since then, it was throw the vitamins, throw the prayers out the window, and it was Bret Hart Pink and Black Attack. But has he done? Is there another male that's done more for the colors pink in professional wrestling than Bret Hart? I don't think so.
You gonna say Teddy Hart? You want me to say Teddy Hart? Like, no, I'm not.
While we're doing this, the fourth pick, the New England Patriots select offensive lineman Will Campbell from LSU.
It's a good pick.
Jackson Dart still on the board. Jackson Dart still on the board. We got a shot. So we're thinking Shador and Dart as we get closer to 7, 8, 9, you think, or before the free fall?
The Jets. The Carolina's not getting Shador.
The Jets aren't getting him because Justin Fields had an agreement. If he was going to sign with them, they would not draft a quarterback.
Potentially the Saints.
That was the agreement they made.
Yeah. Potentially the Saints. And I wouldn't necessarily lose my mind if he went to the Raiders, but then he would, Shador would know he would be backing up for sure.
You want to know what my main Bret Hart question is going to be? So every time he comes out to the ring, he always like either walking down the arena or he get in the ring, he would do the hands, right? He'd put the hands out kind of like this or whatever. I want to know what he was saying. What are you saying during that? Because you can't ever I can't lip read what the hell he's saying.
Come on!
Come on, mother! Yeah,
come on!
Right? Yeah. Exactly. And I thought speaking of I thought it was very interesting. You talk about the Bret Hart awkward moment with Triple H out there, which Bret Hart's not going to hide his feelings on that. That was hilarious.
Right.
Lex Luger was not there for the thing. He was at the Hall of Fame, but he wasn't when they announced to everybody at the stadium.
That's weird. And like for him, everybody knows, you know what I'm saying, from in late early 90s, man, Lex Luger behind the curtain, probably some of a scumbag, you know what I'm saying, whether it was socially or with the companies that he kind of kept. Paid the price. We kind of see him. I thought he was totally, you know what I'm saying, couldn't walk, but like now he walked up there and kind of was quite. I like this. I mean, there's nothing. There's no. I can't really say. There's no. I can't really think. There's no. Like I said, there's no speech that I kind of like tapped into that I found an issue with. But like, man, I thought Lex was real to the point, and it was real honest. You know what I'm saying about his.
He didn't really go into a lot of his stuff.
Well, no, he didn't, because he's always looked at being as somebody. He said it though. I didn't understand it when I first came into it. He said I didn't love it, but as like,
yeah,
I love, my part was. But like, no, man, it's good to see. Hell, we were doing Crossroads Sports 2 years ago. We were waiting on the daggone Peacock. I know they finally released it. We was waiting on the Peacock. You know what I'm saying, the special, and it never did happen. But like Lex Luger is, you know what I'm saying, you can't talk about professional wrestling history without Lex Luger.
He didn't slam him. It was a hip toss.
Whoa, man! Listen, he started the Monday Night Wars.
Hey, what did you think of Cody's comments? So the night before him and Cena fought, or a couple of nights when they were doing their last promo together on Raw, he just called him a too white toned Sting from '87 Starrcade.
Oh,
I didn't know what that reference was. I'm sure you do.
Because Sting was a superhero WCW. Like you send Sting down there to save whoever. You send Sting down there to the main event, the whatever match, tag team. We need a fill-in tag team for Sting in it. We need somebody to wrestle Ric Flair, put Sting in it. We need somebody to, wrestle whoever, the varsity club, put Sting in it. And it was the buzz, and we get, get everything over. So that's what he kind of did. But like, nah, man, some of their back and forth, that's a history where the WWE was not nice to the Rose family at all. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff is like tongue in cheek, but he would lackluster match. You know what I'm saying? Cody anytime soon, man. But
yeah, I was
Brandon,
I was laughing my ass off.
Moving, the way WWE is moving, man. They buy that little shit. Like Chris said, they might buy that little shithole company. They bought AAA Mexico over this past weekend. They might buy.
They're going to rename it NXT Mexico.
Are they?
That's what I heard.
Dude, it's been 100 years AAA, nigga. That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What was I gonna say? Browns have made their selection, not on TV
here
yet,
we go.
but they're taking defensive lineman Mason Graham from Michigan. Defensive lineman.
That's a reach.
Oh,
that's a reach. At pick 5. That's a reach.
Pick 5. Well, they got draft picks now. They're good. They got draft picks.
That don't mean you should waste your first pick. I'm not saying he's not good, man. He's not. He wasn't in my top 10. He was not 20 either. Shame on me.
So Peter Strager, we talk about his mock. He had Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Will Campbell, and here he had the Jaguars taken because obviously he didn't know the trade, but he had the Jaguars taking Ashton Genty at 5. So he had this guy Mason Graham. Where did he have him at?
Don't say 30. Please don't say 30.
13 to the Dolphins he had. So next up is the Raiders. You have to feel here. Quarterback.
Have to.
Is this Shador or is it Jackson?
Ooh.
This is huge for the Steelers. This is huge for Pittsburgh too.
Right, because they done told Aaron Rodgers, man, we ain't waiting. And, Aaron Rodgers, kind of seems disinterested.
We don't need you.
Unless they come up with, the money is out there. They've kind of told Aaron Rodgers what he'd be making, man. So, new quarterback come.
Could the Steelers completely miss out here? I think there's a chance because if Raiders go one of the quarterbacks, and then the Saints at 9 take the other quarterback, that leaves the Steelers in the third round taking Jalen Milroe because they don't have a second round pick. But what about the rumors? The rumors going around, Green Bay is actively trying to get George Pickens from Pittsburgh. Pickens has, you know how social media is now. He's unfollowed the Steelers on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's not the bride or the queen now. He's a little princess now that DK is in town.
Right. You kind of alluded to it during the course of the season, man. Week 7, week 8, and petulant, or showing signs of petulant. You know what I mean? That it's probably going to be some time to separate, their business agreement. So I didn't Metcalf playing I didn't play on. So it's gonna be real interesting to see if he gets traded. This is, you know what I'm saying, during this draft time.
Mason Graham announced John Birdsong as the first reach of the NFL draft.
Reach.
from Michigan.
Are they, Brad? Are they? What's my guy's name down there? The general manager of the Dallas Mavericks, Nico Harrison. They're gonna get off his head about this daggone trade.
Man,
I tweeted him, man.
Not when he sounds like an idiot in the press conference. Well, I didn't know the fans really loved Luka that much.
You might want to hit up the portal. Hit up the portal, man.
He might want to hit up Indeed for a job.
Because, man, these had it LinkedIn. Because he's
LinkedIn for a job, something.
But in all seriousness, man, Brandon, so if his owner told him, empowered him, he can't necessarily say what the owner told me to. You know what I'm saying? But
no.
You know what I'm saying? But if the owner told him to get that out of here, then like he's kind of, you know what I'm saying, that's what he had to do. It's still, but like, you know what I'm saying, no excuses. It's still a trade. It's just an older player for a younger player, and they didn't get enough compensation back. So Nico, call.
We'll give him a job at Crossroads.
Yeah, he put him down for as a resident.
The 6th pick is in. The Las Vegas Raiders have selected running back Ashton Jeanty.
Ooh, that's not a reach, but
Ashton Jeanty going to the Raiders. No quarterback. Tom Brady was supposed to be very actively involved in this quarterback or in the draft this year. So looks like Ashton Jeanty is going to the Raiders. And then you've got the quarterbacks, Jackson Dart, still on the board, who could go to the Saints. And then that's going to fall for Shador Sanders.
Yeah.
Possibly go to freaking Pittsburgh. The Jets are up next.
Yeah,
the mock has been taking Tyler Warren. Indianapolis Colts fans, I am sorry ahead of time. Your pipe dream you've had since January is about to bust.
That's probably what it's going to be. Brandon, I don't know. I'm daggone notes everywhere, dude. I do apologize.
Get them out.
That's who. Well, let me get my phone up. That's who I would. If I was a Jets, that's who I would take. The tight end, Tyler Warren, because Tyler Warren's not gonna make it past Atlanta at all. I can guarantee you that.
No.
So I thought Jenny was going to the Bears. Sorry, Chicago.
Bears have the 10th pick. So Jeanty didn't make it there. I mean, Peter Schrager had him at going 5 to the Jags. So I was, obviously that trade made a little difference there, but he had number 6. He actually had the Raiders taking Armand Bimbu.
Okay.
Armand Bimbu. I jacked his name, Jonathan Birdsong style.
That's all right.
Oh, there's Tom Brady, TB, in the war room for the Raiders. I totally forgot their head coach is Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll coach.
Totally forgot.
They gotta get that thing back into the playoffs, man.
It's a tough division. Especially when, future Hall of Famer Patty Mahomes is just owning that division right now.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're waiting for the next pick, Steve Mondo McMichael passed away finally. After his battle he's been having, they took him off life support, put him in hospice, and then later that day ended up passing away. Mondo, from his NFL playing days to his WCW running with the Horsemen, and just in general, his announcing he did with WCW. Thoughts on Mondo passing and kind of his legacy with football and wrestling?
Better ball player than professional wrestling. You talk about, when they talk about the defense of the Chicago Bears, he's one of the leaders on there. Still holds franchise records. I wouldn't say in sacks, something like that. Maybe, I don't think necessarily he's the leader in sacks anymore, but it's something like that. Single season, maybe. But it was kind of, like when I first saw him pop up on WCW programming, you know what I'm saying? That wild West Texas, I think it's from West Texas or something, so he's from somewhere in the South, man. That accent, it kind of just, it was a pretty good pairing. How about that? Pretty good marriage. Him doing color commentary. And then, you know what I'm saying, taking the challenge, you know what I'm saying. I didn't think he was going to the ring because, like you said, he started out as an announcer. Eric Bischoff brought him in, just kind of, you know what I'm saying, juicing, you know what I'm saying, another name, right? And then who knew behind closed doors he was actually actively working at the power plant to become a professional wrestler, man. They had him join the Four Horsemen. You know, anybody remembers he brought out his lovely wife, Deborah Michael, who went along and became a professional wrestler, her darn self. In many different ways, you know what I'm saying, right? And he won the United States Championship, I do believe, from Jeff Jarrett. Ooh. So he did taste wrestling gold. I went down to do. I mean, you know, like I said, he's a great football player. The kind of football they play, he played. Wasn't he
in the ring for WWE with WrestleMania 11 with Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam? He was part of the NFL guys with Ken Norton and all them.
Yeah, and that was before the whole WCW. Yeah,
okay.
So like he probably got his first taste of that then. But like,
guess what?
And he had a great. Well, I won't say great. He had a pretty good feud with Kevin Green in WCW.
Hey, I'm gonna retweet on Twitter, X, still Twitter. Our guy D-Cot putting out his content. So I just retweeted the YouTube video.
Okay.
He's got YouTube Short, so I just put a little retweet out there for that. So the D-Cot, we'll send you the bill later on, man, for the promotional material. Yeah, so Ashton Genty walking out. Johnny's not a big guy, but some people say he had a lot of rushing yards, a lot of touchdowns and all, but look what conference you're playing in. I know you like to do some conference swag with that.
He'd be running, and the thing about this, y'all, he'd be running around a more big boy line. And, you know what I'm saying, we saw, you know what I'm saying, what limited he could do against Penn State. But again, in the playoffs. But I think Ashton Genty, you know what I'm saying, around NFL offensive line, he hits his hole, and he can catch out the backfield, man. I think he's going to be, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. I don't necessarily have an NFL comparison for him. But saying obviously the Raiders would use in this NFL world, we don't take, you know what I'm saying, running backs that's high. So they feel that he's gonna be special enough for him. So gonna be a playmaker for the Raiders.
The 7th pick is in, John. Colts fans, you can breathe a sigh of relief.
They didn't take it?
The Jets are taking Missouri offensive tackle Armand Membu at number 7. Membu primarily played right tackle in college, but some teams believe he has the best physical traits of any tackle in this class. So he's going to New York to protect Justin Fields. Tyler Warren still available after 7 picks, excuse me. The Panthers are next at 8.
I know there was another tight end, Loveland.
Yeah, Colston Loveland.
Yeah, they could potentially fall. But like again, Brandon, if they don't pick if somebody don't pick the tight end from Penn State, like the Bears is gonna pick the Loveland for darn sure from Michigan at pick 10. Oh, the Bears? Take that back. They might take the tackle. They might take an offensive lineman. Take that back. The way, you know what I'm saying, that kid got beat up, Mr. Black Fingernails, yeah, they probably take an offensive lineman.
One of the mocks has got Jalen Walker next going to the Panthers. That's what the mock shows.
Okay.
We'll see with that. But yes, Jets select Armand Membu. Tyler Warren not going to the Jets, who we thought that's the first big sigh of relief there for Colts fans. So Dallas Clark Jr. is on his way. A couple more
Clark
picks.
Jr.
Now, here's
Oh
my thing.
God.
If Ballard really wants him, now's the point where you make whatever trade you need to get him. You don't wait and hope he falls now. You got past the Jets, you strike now. And hopefully, if you're smart, you've already talked to these teams about trading up that, hey, if he falls, we want to go after this trade.
Make a deal with the Bears at pick 10. I want to say the Saints, again, Brandon, they're probably going to address. They're going to address their team defensively. I think they do. So yeah, make a deal with at pick 10 with the Bears. With your neighbors.
I want Jackson Dart. I want him to fall at 21.
You might get your wish.
My wish is Jackson Dart at 21. I think we're going to end up with Shador Sanders.
That'd be the better pick.
You think he's got a better NFL? He's got that NFL playing career. He threw some bad interceptions, John. Though.
What's he throwing to?
Travis Hunter.
Give me some more than that, man.
I know, right? Exactly.
Little brother and Travis Hunter, man. Not give me more than that.
How about the relationship with Nico in Tennessee? How he had $2 million, him and his agent said, "Hey, we want $4 million NIL." And
that's weird, Brandon.
Tennessee says we're going to say no, and we're going to take the $2 million away from you. He goes to UCLA and got less than what he was getting in Tennessee.
Yeah,
then the UCLA guy went to Tennessee.
Yeah, didn't listen to his manager or whoever, parents, you know what I'm saying, or anything at all. The portal's weird, Brandon, to me on the football and basketball side. I studied the basketball side, obviously, intimately, man. Guys are, you know what I'm saying, a kid who, you know what I'm saying, Penny Hardaway had at Memphis, man, a bounce around guy, PJ Haggerty, you know what I'm saying, a kid who probably can, you know what I'm saying, make a Mad Ants team, or hold on, what they call them there, these the boomers or whatever, but like,
booms.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the booms.
Boom.
So like we got guys in the portal like PJ Haggerty and Boogie and even Boogie Flan who put together a pretty good one season. And because the NBA has kind of told them for whatever reason, hey man, your skill set doesn't necessarily translate a whole 100%. Like you'd be better off in college. Like we got dudes like automatically saying, hey man, where's my $3 million? And like some people are been to Malik Renew, and I'm not saying he got $3 million, but you know what I'm saying, guys are kind of ending up in different programs. It's weird. I mentioned PJ Haggerty and Boogie Flan, just because like I said, they as guards, they had, you know what I'm saying, pretty great years, you know what I'm saying, for their prospective programs. And like I said, they programs went to the Final Four, not to the Final, but went to the tournament and had some success. So like for them to like automatically turn around, it kind of like now we are in pay for play and not necessarily a development. Like how can I get this kid to the next level? Now it's pay for play for sure. So nah, man. Sorry, Nico in Tennessee, man. He blew his money, man. Now he's out there at UCLA. So hype up. Let's go.
With a coach that doesn't even know how to give a press conference. So there's been the last 4 running backs drafted in the top 15, John. Like you say, they've been pretty good. They haven't been busted at all. Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, and now Ashton Genty. So we'll see. Next up are the Panthers, John. And Mox, they've had him taking Jalen Walker in this position here. Do the Panthers need a tight end? Greg Olsen ain't there anymore. You were cutting out. What'd you say?
I said Frank ain't there either.
Oh, no, he's coaching Stanford.
Yeah, he's coaching Stanford. Oh, yeah, he's coaching Stanford. I think they go defense here.
You think they go defense?
Okay. Yeah, too many embarrassing Sundays. Not even in it by halftime. Yeah. I think they go defensive.
Okay. We will see. Like I said, if the Colts aren't making some calls right now, they need to be, because with Tyler Warren falling, I don't know how much longer he's going to fall.
You think that's what he counts?
Oh, you called him. Well, there goes our podcast with him. That's about done there. Because I don't think with the Saints, they don't have Taysom Hill anymore. I think he's gone, if I remember right.
So you think, right? You think maybe a backup there situation? Because
who the hell? What?
They
took this. I don't even know who this guy is. How do I not know who this guy is? Shame on me. The Panthers are taking Tet McMillan. Did I say that right? Is Brian Tabor trying to Tet McMillan?
Is he a tackle?
Yeah.
He's a tackle.
Tetaroa McMillan.
Okay.
The mock had him going at 19, and this cat's going number 8. Interesting. I didn't see that.
That owner must have made that pick.
Can we fire the owner? Yeah, fire the owner
made
now.
that pick for damn sure.
Wide receiver. Arizona wide receiver Tetaroa McMillan with the 8th pick in the draft.
Well, I mean, Brandon, is he top 15, 12? I had to think about some of the
19th pick.
But not top 10. No, I had him floating in that I had to get maybe Arizona, Big 12. Whoa. Slow down, man. The wideouts from them in the top 10, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not from Arizona.
And now, after this is where we start sweating out. As a Steeler fan, you sweat it out here because the Saints will be the next pick. Will it be Shador or will it be Jackson Dart at quarterback? Which maybe they won't go quarterback. They got Carr down there, right?
Jackson Dart not going that high. They have Carr for another, at least 3 seasons. Some breaks on him.
This is 2 years in a row that the Panthers have selected a wide receiver with their first-round pick.
The owner's making his picks, man.
Damn. Hey, what sells tickets, offense or defense?
Quarterback getting his ass handed to him every Sunday and Monday.
Now, hold on. The Panthers did well last year.
Protecting?
Not protecting, but winning some games.
Protecting? I don't know. Bryce Young needs protection for sure.
Magnum?
Yeah, I knew you saying right. No.
No. That's when you know you guys were working too long on the show together. I'm tipping my jokes quickly. So Panthers are going to go that route. Saints here, man. They're not going to take a quarterback. They have them taking Mikel Williams. Mikel Williams. You don't like that? Is that too sweet for your flavor?
No. For that.
I mean, right now Twitter's ablaze about this about Tet saying that was the first reach of the draft. So
maybe he must have shown something during a whole lot. Reliable hands, I do believe. You know what I'm saying? When I think about Arizona and him, I just, level of competition is kind of questionable. You know what I mean? Can he play position? Obviously. You know what I'm saying? We definitely co-sign that. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, Brent, I had him in the 12, 15 range.
Okay. There's some Jet fans are starting to crash out. And I know crashing out's a new thing, man. Everybody's.
I work with a bunch of little kids and say, I'm about to crash out. Well, you can go crash out when you get home. That's what I tell them. Crash out when you get home.
Best available right now: Shador Sanders, Tyler Warren, Jalen Walker, Will Johnson, and Colston Loveland. Those are. Is it? Did somebody just take a photo, or is it lightning outside?
Coach gonna get
hold
all.
on
It might be light. Coach gonna get both the tight ends. The way it's going, they're gonna both.
Yeah, I got a little lightning up here by me. Nice.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be the Steelers getting Shador Sanders. All right, pick is in. Here comes Goodell out there for that. We already know it's going to be Tet. So everybody compared Tet McMillan to Mike Evans and said how the former Bucks OC Liam Cohen would love him. Turns out the former Bucks OC and now Panthers head coach Dave Canellis will love him too. That was from Warren Sharp.
Mike Evans, so he'll do good. This kid will do good on the second team. I got you.
And then he'll have a hamstring injury second half of the season. I don't sound like a bitter fantasy football owner of Mike Evans at all. All right, so the announcement's in. We're going to see now the next pick. This is huge for Steeler fans. Steeler fans, we got to hold our breath one more time.
Domino effect.
Just give me, like I said, I'll be okay with either, but I prefer Jackson. But it's giving me the scaries that I was like, get Kenny Pickett. Oh, that I'm gonna have nightmares of that. So let's see here what we've got. Panthers were talking about trading their pick, but they did decide to keep it. Mason Graham and Tate McMillan were both teammates. Now they're 8 picks apart. So that's somebody else. McMillan went number 8. Yikes. Talk about a stretch. Yeah, definitely is a little bit of a stretch there. John said the owner making calls because why? Offense sells you season tickets.
It does.
How big? While we're waiting for this next pick to come in from the Saints, Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson Sr. Do you think it's a true opportunity for either one, or you think it's still Richardson there? They ain't gonna no way put Daniel Jones in there to start.
Richardson will have to look, you know what I'm saying, bad. You know what I'm saying? And do some of the things that he did last year in order for Daniel Jones, you know what I'm saying, like to tap out or, you know what I'm saying, or, you know what I mean, whatnot, in order for Daniel Jones to get a good run. Whatever, a good run, like, you know what I'm saying, 4 or 5 games. They have to see that Anthony Richardson is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. Of course, Daniel Jones probably got a better record. I get that. But Anthony Richardson is a better quarterback than him. The coach have to see if their guy going further. You know, he's an extension eligible season this year. So they have to see if he's going to be their quarterback going further. Tempering the fact that I know in 2026 draft, we'll be talking next year, God willing, right? And to the 2027 draft, God willing that too. The if you know what I'm saying, I found this tidbit. Who's the OC? Who was the offensive coordinator when we had Andrew Luck? Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians said he thought, you know what I'm saying, AK should went back for another season of school. Probably should have jumped, you know what I'm saying? Probably should have used that, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, better, you know what I mean? But that kind of just speaks back to the reps and be going through the conditions, you know what I'm saying, that the quarterback, you know what I'm saying, that has his skill set, that is a dual threat, got a strong arm and can move, you know what I'm saying, like the you know what I'm saying, like the daylight. But like, can they put it all together? And like, you know what I'm saying, right. I hope they can. Because we don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see, you know what I'm saying, Anthony Richardson because like what he did for when he, you know what I'm saying, he's down in quarterback down there for Tampa Bay right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Baker.
Yeah, you don't want to be like Baker Mayfield, where, you know what I'm saying, the third city, Baker Mayfield, the third city, you know what I'm saying, he found, you know what I'm saying, he found a spot for.
Yep.
Got a lot, like I said, work in front of him this year. This year with Anthony Richardson.
Pick is in. The Saints are selecting offensive lineman Kelvin Banks Jr. from Texas. They did not take a quarterback. That means Shador's going to be there. Shador's there. Jackson's there. there's no quarterbacks going 10 to 21 now.
Nah. Bears is not taking a quarterback. They'll probably take, you know what I'm saying, one of these tight ends.
Bears, 49ers, Cowboys, Dolphins, Bears, Falcons, Cardinals, Colts, Bengals, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Broncos. None of them need a quarterback. So Pittsburgh, you got your choice. Jackson Dart, Shador Sanders.
Brandon, it's gonna happen for you, man. You know what I'm saying? He might wake up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey man, you know what I mean? But yeah, it sounds like Pittsburgh is gonna have an opportunity to quarterback.
Does Brandon Reef go over after this to SteelersProShop.com and order that jersey?
God. Jalen Milroe's jersey loading.
Hey, hold on. While you're there.
Okay. You got to have a power outage.
The only reason I say that is because once a long time ago, a young guy did a purchase.
Well, I wouldn't burn it.
I did a purchase. Number 8, Kenny Pickett.
Just get the letters. Put Reef on the back.
Put the pick is in. I think I got the E. I don't have the F. I could probably put so I did a thing after the draft a few years ago. So I'm gonna have to do it again. Looks like tonight. Tonight's gonna be either Shador or Jackson. Now let me put this to you. In the most WWE WCW villain NWO way, the 20th pick, the Broncos make their selection. All of a sudden on Twitter, there's a video release that Aaron Rodgers says he's signing with the Steelers as the Steelers are getting ready to make their pick, and it puts the whole freaking thing in limbo. Steelers will take all 10 minutes and be like, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers now says he's going to play for us. What do we do with our draft pick?
Yeah.
Can you not see Rodgers doing that? I could absolutely see him pulling an NWO style thing like this. After the Broncos make the pick and the Steelers go on the clock, he puts out the release.
You gonna go live with Pat McAfee too?
Well, McAfee's got his own gig. He's doing a competitor of us doing his their draft show. Yeah, they may have better time. They got Mike McCarthy on there tonight.
Oh, did it? Okay.
I sent the report out for a former head coach, but never got a response. So, interesting news for the Indianapolis Colts. The Chicago Bears pick is in.
And
they are selecting tight end Colston Loveland, not Tyler Warren.
Oh, they went the other way.
They went the other way.
Okay.
Colston.
He's pretty good too.
Loveland.
He's pretty good too. He's on my draft board.
So they saw him higher than Tyler Warren on their board. Interesting.
I think
what a swerve.
I don't know. Brandon, we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Oh, you want to wrap?
Yeah.
You run out of battery. That's what that means.
I'm running out of.
Okay. All right, John. Let's continue the conversation on Twitter, on Facebook. I may do a quick live when the Steelers make their pick.
You're gonna go crazy, y'all.
I may do a quick live, John. I may have to have you charge your juice and hop in because I need your instant analysis. And let's do a quick Colts one. Let you charge your phone. We'll do a Colts analysis right after the pick. It'll be a quick live for that and a quick live for the Steelers. Thank you for joining us, guys, tonight. It's been fun. Conversation continues on Twitter, on Facebook. We'll continue it all night long with the NFL draft. We'll see you after the Colts pick and after the Steelers pick.
Let's watch it.